Welcome back to Fall Ball Fellas. This is a football-centered podcast focused on college, NFL, and fantasy. I'm Hunter.
I'm Noah.
And I'm Bernsey.
Welcome back, guys. We're going to go over some good old college football. We had conference championship weekend. Just going to go through a little recap right now. We'll start with the games that probably not a lot of eyes were on. We had Kennesaw State, Boise State, and Western Michigan win some games that didn't necessarily have any playoff implications. Actually, they had no playoff implications whatsoever. We had two group of 5 teams winning and punching their tickets. Need a little bit of help around them, but we had James Madison winning in their game against Troy on Friday night, and Tulane pulled a kind of a mini upset. Most of us had North Texas winning that game, pulled that off Friday night as well. Now, JMU sneaks into the playoff over a Duke team that beat Virginia, who surely would have been in the college football playoff. After that happened, I didn't think an ACC team was going to get into the playoff itself, but, and we'll talk about it here in a minute, we did get Miami in, so the ACC at least has one team. Georgia, absolutely dominant in their rematch against Alabama. They lost a home game earlier this season, 24-21. They got revenge at the end of the day. Kirby Smart, I believe, is now 2-8 all-time against Alabama as head coach of Georgia, so he got his win. Texas Tech blew out BYU. Didn't really surprise anyone. They own the lines of scrimmage yet again. And then the one that I think surprised most people, even though this spread was very small, Indiana wins 13-10. Ohio State, instead of going for it on 4th and 1 inside the 15, they kick a field goal.
Hoosiers.
Jaden Fielding misses, what was it, a 24-yard chip shot?
27-yard chip shot? Yeah,
27-yard chip shot. Just shanked it wide left. And then, of all people, Mendoza chucks up a 3rd and 5 ball up to Charlie Becker, the man that went off against Penn State this season, ball king. Indiana holds on to beat Ohio State. And I've been beefing with a guy on Twitter about Indiana since the beginning of the season. I got nothing to say anymore. They're proving everyone wrong. Signetti's got those boys fired up, beating the best team in the country. I didn't see this coming whatsoever. How do we feel about Indiana right now, boys?
Yeah, I mean, I picked Ohio State. That's a kind of a pick. I was not mad that I was wrong about that. I'd love to see Ohio State lose. Indiana's a good football team. Now, unfortunately, I think this kind of might feel a little fire under Ohio State, get them rolling into the playoffs. So I still like them to win it. They're still my favorite. No spoilers for when we go over the bracket, but yeah, it was a good football game. Low scoring, but still some exciting plays. And yeah, it was fun to watch.
I will say that game solidified Mendoza's Heisman Award pretty much. I think he is. So. I was just looking it up. He is now at minus 1,000 to win the Heisman.
Wait, what?
With Diego coming up behind him at plus 600.
There must have been some push because as soon as the game ended, I checked the odds and Pavia was only plus 160 and he was plus 140. Mendoza was. So something must have happened. There must have been a crap ton of money put on Mendoza since that game.
Yeah.
I would have thought Pavia would be a lot closer because Mendoza didn't play great in that game statistically. I guess when you're sitting at home like Pavia was, you really can't help your stock that much.
He won
the Heisman.
That's the only stat.
No,
that matters.
I said this the whole last month of the season was whoever won that game was going to get the Heisman, so I can't be upset. But that was not the Heisman level performance I was expecting. You want to know what his Heisman level play is going to be? His cornerstone of his entire season.
The throw against Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's going to be the one that they play on replay. So I mean, I can't be too upset. Indiana is someone that I think we all slept on coming into the year because of the success they had last year. And then when they played big teams, they kind of didn't rise to the occasion. So I don't think we held them to that high of standards this season. And they're the number 1 team going into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but college football rankings are a joke. So,
we'll get into that. Before we do, I want to do my segment real quick from Conference Championship weekend. And this is an ode to future Heisman winner Fernando Mendoza, the 98 yards with the fellas drive of the week. It goes to the Kennesaw State Owls. They blew a 12-0 fourth quarter lead. They had given up 0 points to Jacksonville State. They let them score 2 touchdowns. And then they drove down the field in 3 minutes to score with under a minute left. We had Amari Odom to Novell Dean for a touchdown pass, and the Kennesaw State Owls, after being arguably the worst FBS team last year, wins the conference championship. So good for the Owls, boys. But okay, we'll get into the playoffs. I know Hunter had mentioned something earlier about a little Notre Dame snub, and I want you to go first here. Start the dialogue. We'll have some friendly banter back and forth. We won't make this too cringy.
Give me a moment of silence for Notre Dame real quick. All right, thank you. Absolutely snubbed of a playoff. Tulane, Bama, JMU, all worse than Notre Dame easily. I don't care that Bama or Notre Dame is not in a conference. I think it's kind of cool. It's their little shtick, whatever. I love it. I did see some stuff about this new rule that they implemented. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's just some made up stuff I saw online about if they're just top 12, they'll automatically be in playoffs next year. I don't necessarily love Notre Dame.
I saw that too.
That was legitimate, I'm pretty sure.
It's legitimate? All right. I think that's fair. I think that's how rankings should be. I think the NFL should follow the same thing. I think divisions and conferences ruins playoffs because you don't get actually the top best teams. You just get best teams of worst divisions. I think it's an absolute ridiculousness that Notre Dame is not in the playoffs. Them sidestepping bowls, a little bit of a wussy move. Don't love that on their part. But college football, their rankings, a bunch of old dudes sitting in a room and being like, I want Bama because they make a bunch of money. Yeah, no, I'm done with it. It's stupid. It's awful. They need to fix it.
They might arguably make more money than Alabama.
Could.
Yeah. I mean, they have their own TV deal, so Notre Dame.
How do you feel about it?
Listen, it's hard to argue that Notre Dame should have made it over Miami. I mean, Miami beat them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, but I mean, it's fun. It's fun to think, having Tulane and James Madison in the playoff, but they have no chance. I mean, Tulane is matched up against Ole Miss, correct? Yeah, and they got dog walked by them this year already.
It's a 5 touchdown game.
So I don't know what we're doing. I mean, I think Notre Dame and Miami should have made it. I think Texas is a better football team at this very moment than Alabama. And I would rather see Vandy in there too. I mean, I think Diego Pavia is a fun player to watch. I think he has more of that Heisman flair. He kind of has that Johnny football vibe to him, where I think it'd be fun to watch him in the playoffs. So it's still a flawed system. I think it's going to go to 16 teams, probably within the next few years, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I don't think any of it matters. I think Ohio State, Indiana, there's like 4 teams that can win it all, like realistically. So I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things, but I do think Notre Dame got snubbed, which, I mean, I can't really say I'm upset about. I don't like Notre Dame, so I don't really care personally.
I want to try to shed some light on this so you guys understand the process a bit more. And I'm not going to say that I agree with everything that they do. The first problem that they have is releasing these weekly rankings, because it showed at the end of the day that they weren't actually going by those whatsoever.
Yes.
Notre Dame started 9 spots above Miami in the rankings, and they both continued to win out. Now, Miami moved up because teams in front of them lost, but the only way to justify Miami passing Notre Dame in the ranking is, number one, they wanted an ACC team in there, and their commissioner probably petitioned for it. But 2, it's that the rankings never mattered whatsoever. Because if you're going to, I know I had mentioned it before, they were kind of grouping teams in these 3-team pods. And if you fell within that pod, then they were ranking your resumes and shifting you based off that. Now, the argument that was used is that BYU was that separating team between Miami and Notre Dame to put them in the same pod. Then I guess that head-to-head came into play, but it didn't matter the entire time up to it. I learned recently that the only reason they do that show is because there's a TV deal to have to put out content for the college football playoff. So I guess it just kind of defeats the purpose if you're not going to stand by what you did the 5 or 6 weeks leading up to and just deciding what you want to do the day of differently.
Yeah.
I love the argument about keeping Alabama out rather than keeping Miami out. Alabama has the worst loss of any playoff team right now.
They haven't played good football in probably a month.
The problem is
they haven't been good.
The problem is that Alabama has the best win in college football, like up to that point. They have an away win at Georgia, who's a top 3 team. Alabama has a good loss to Oklahoma, which is a playoff team, but they lost to, I believe, 4-8, Florida State at the beginning of the year. Yep. That looks like a horrendous loss. How are we not holding that against them a bit more? And then the other funny thing, Ohio State got moved down a spot when they lost their conference championship game. BYU got moved down like 4 spots. Alabama stayed the exact same ranking when they lost by 21 points and were completely uncompetitive in that football game.
Makes no sense.
At least move them down a spot. Like Miami could have jumped them. Like, once again, Alabama has one of the best resumes. They have, I think it's 7 wins over teams with a net rating over 10. Not that that makes a whole lot of sense to you guys, but Notre Dame only has 1, and that's USC. So they by far have a better resume, but we have to take losses into account here, and losses by what margin? Like, you lost to a 4-8 team, and then you lost your conference championship game. You can't knock some teams for losing and then keep some teams in the same stratosphere. Comments on Notre Dame. Notre Dame had the 4th highest betting odds to win the national championship.
Yep.
They are the 4th best team by bettors standards in all of college football. And we left them out of the playoffs.
Yeah. Listen, I think the real problem in all of this is Tulane and James Madison being in the playoffs. To be honest,
it doesn't make good matchups. And the thing is, it's kind of like college basketball in a sense, but also you have 68 teams that make a playoff there.
Yeah,
you're leaving out what 5, 6, so like 80 or what is that? Hunter, you're good at math. 5, 6 is that 87%?
5 of 6.
Yeah, 5, 6 is that 87%? Something like that.
I don't know. So that's what 50 of 60. So it's 100, 120. Yeah, somewhere around there.
You just made. I was gonna say, I feel like that's the same level of difficulty. No, you have like 14% of your teams are 3-score underdogs. That's not going to be an entertaining first round product. I get the concept of wanting some teams, some lower teams. I had this argument with Phil over the college basketball tournament, but they have 68 in a 12-team playoff. We do not need 2 teams in. There should be, and I heard this from another podcast, just make sure they're ranked something. Tulane, I'm fine being in. James Madison just got put like 25th in the ranking, going 12-1. That's not a team that should be in. Make it so they're 20th. I'm fine with Tulane getting in. Then guess what? You put Notre Dame in the playoff, no one's upset.
No, I agree.
No one. Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah. And I love Hunter's comment. You just have a bunch of old dudes sitting in a room that are athletic directors from other areas.
That's what it is.
Making up what they want to do, changing at the last minute. It's a little outdated.
Probably again some of
honestly,
that
having a
money.
selection committee.
Probably pocketing some money for putting Bama in and not dropping their rank.
Once again, I'm fine with Alabama getting in because their resume was a top 3 in college football. But to leave Notre Dame out for James Madison. And they played. But James Madison played 1 team ranked in the top 50. And it was Louisville, and they lost by 2 touchdowns. And Louisville went 8-4. That was their best resume booster, was losing by 2 scores to a middle pack ACC team. That was their best.
Speaking of Louisville, Chris Bell's having his surgery this week.
Chris Bell. Wait, what surgery is he getting? I'm glad you knew this and I didn't.
Who's Chris Bell?
He was supposed to go first round. He tore his ACL.
Ooh.
Was that the last game of the year he tore it?
On November 22nd against SMU.
Yeah, I didn't know that. He's the one that ate up Miami.
How about that for some college ball knowledge from Hunter there?
Yeah.
That's
That's
that
good
Adam.
stuff.
No,
That's
hey,
that Adam Schefter right there, baby.
he knows
That's good
that
stuff.
because it has direct NFL impact.
Exactly.
Yeah. True.
The first word says NFL top prospect, so I read it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, fair.
All right. I want to do this is kind of like a breaking news thing. Sharon Moore got fired at Michigan and actually detained by police directly after his firing for having a relationship with a staffer. So Michigan will now be looking for a new head coach. That is like huge news. We're just going to go over briefly here because we don't want this episode to take forever. I do want to talk about one more thing before we jump into the college football playoff and our predictions for the bracket. We got to talk about the Matt Campbell hire a little bit. I'm glazing myself a little bit here. Glazing myself. I said this in our first podcast afterwards. What? You called Matt Rule, you dummy. I called Matt Campbell.
I called Matt Campbell. I called it.
You got the first name right.
I never said Matt Rule. Right. I never said Matt Rule. I never wanted Matt Rule.
I'm the only one that said Matt Campbell in that first episode after. And that's not even me saying you might not have wanted him.
So I don't know if you guys follow our Twitter account, but ND's burner is me. I called it in a tweet. So
I have video evidence of it now, right? Of me saying it on the podcast.
There's also this thing called AI where you can just put your face over mine and say it was you.
That is true. Would you be wearing anything this ridiculous though on the podcast?
Never.
Right?
Never.
It's comfortable.
Valid.
I got a Penn State onesie on. But the Matt Campbell hire, boys. What are we rating this on a scale of 1 to 10?
What are we rating on our happiness of it or how good of a hire it is?
Combine the two into one score. Like average it out.
Carry the one.
Quick math.
Give me a 7.3.
Okay. Ooh. Explain.
I got no explanation.
That's fine. All right. Bernsey, how you feeling?
I give it probably a 9 out of 10. It'd probably be higher. I mean, the search in itself was a little touch and go there. I lost faith.
Yeah.
Okay, it was iffy, and I didn't know too much about Matt Campbell, honestly. Hand up, I did not know too much about him before this whole search. But Pat Kraft, with his job on the line, I would say. Am I wrong?
I wouldn't disagree.
I don't think
he
so.
can't. He came up to the plate, bottom of the 9th inning, down 3 with the bases loaded, and I think he hit a grand slam. To be honest, I mean, I watched the whole press conference, and I fell in love with the guy in the span of 30 minutes. I mean, he seems awesome, intense, hard nosed. Seems like he's got a good drive to win. I'm pumped. I'm honestly pumped. So I'm excited to see who he brings in. Probably a lot of Iowa State recruits. Hopefully, keeping Terry Smith will keep some
returning.
of our.
Sorry.
Keep some of our good core guys. Keep them here, like Rojas and some other guys. But I honestly thought, for how bad that coaching search went, it was a home run.
Yeah, and that's where I was going to start. Was after everything that happened over the last, what did it take 56 days to get a hire? We were the first coach to fire, first team to fire our head coach, and everyone else got hires before we did. And then, Hunter, did you see, I don't know if we talked about this last night, the Pat Kraft leaked audio of him in a players meeting?
No.
Yeah, someone decided to record and leak, probably trying to see if they could get Pat Kraft in trouble and get the public against him. People thought it was like a Terry Smith ploy, like one of the players who wanted Terry Smith to stay.
I don't think it was Terry Smith.
No, I'm not saying it was Terry Smith. I'm saying it was like a player that wanted Terry Smith to get hired, was trying to get dirt on Pat Kraft. And he said some hilarious things that we can't say on here about like Michigan and Oregon and stuff like that.
Honestly, I kind of like
hilarious. Downright hilarious.
I kind of like what he said.
I gotta go back.
They literally just took strays. They took strays for no reason.
Send this link to me.
Okay. I'll have to.
Hunter, you will enjoy it. It is so funny.
Good. It's long, but I think I'm going to side with you. I'm actually going to rate it a little bit higher. I'm going to go 9.5. The culture fits perfect. Like how he cares about his football program, how he wants to build stuff from the ground up. And he doesn't really have to start from the ground up with a team with the resources that Penn State does. Now, I looked at Iowa State's recruiting class, and if we can get some of their guys, they're not blue chip players. Like, you have one 4-star, and they had 21 or 22 3-stars. So, like, if he is as good as he is at like developing players, he's had some good players come out of his. He had Brees Hall come out. He just had 2 Iowa State wide receivers get drafted to the Houston Texans, Brock Purdy. So he has had some talented guys, and I know he already brought over his DC, and I'm not sure about his OC yet, but yeah, Knowles is out as of today. He's officially out.
His GM too.
Mm-hmm. If Terry can like be as devoted to this team as he was and get these guys to stay, Penn State's easily going to be a 9-win team next year, jumping right back into it. When we thought we might not get a head coach and everyone was going to leave our program. And also we have quite a bit of money that we saved from that Franklin firing that we can just load into the money cannon and pay for some players in the transfer portal. So all in all,
what's his deal? Has his deal come out yet?
Huge. Yeah, and it's in
8 years, $70 million.
Do we want to?
So we're paying him more than we were going to pay Franklin. No,
I don't think so. No, it was less. Franklin was making like 10 or 11 a year, I think.
There's incentives to the deal, so every playoff appearance he gets is it a 1-year extension?
Yeah, every playoff appearance is a 1-year extension. $250,000, I think, added to his contract. And then if he wins a natty, he gets like a 4-year extension and $2 million bonus.
Yeah. See, the one thing I'll say I'm fine with that. I like about this hire a lot is that from watching interviews of him, it seems like he's a really loyal guy. He's not someone like that we're gonna have to. If he has success, we don't have to sit around and worry that he's gonna leave.
No.
Because from what I've heard, it was really hard because he coached at Tulane. It was really hard for him to leave Tulane. And then when he left Tulane, he talked about it. It was like, if I'm gonna leave Ohio or Iowa State, it's gonna be like a forever thing because like he's super dedicated to where he's at, super loyal. So I'm pumped, honestly.
Did you see the video of him and his wife walk onto the football field?
I did.
And just like the raw emotion of that.
They were emotional. It was awesome.
That was amazing.
That feeling because, like, is probably insane.
That's everything you dream of, is becoming a head coach of a program like Penn State. And although people want to hate on it, like, it's still Penn State. It's still a borderline blue blood program.
So absolutely. I'm gonna ask a question that I probably should know the answer to, being a Penn State alumni. That entrance, was that a Franklin thing or is that a Penn State thing? The holding him back.
The gate?
The holding him back.
I think that's
waiting.
I think that was a Franklin thing.
I think it was a Franklin thing too.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to see.
Because I don't think Joe Paterno did that.
Campbell. Well, no. Joe was not doing
Joe Paterno, his hands weren't up high blocking them.
And I really liked the shout out that Campbell gave in the press conference to Jopa and Todd Blackledge, a bunch of Penn State legends. Like he knows the culture, he knows what this program stands for. So I can't wait to see what he does.
I'm excited to see it. And we play Michigan next year. Now they just potentially turned into a dumpster fire. So
quick comment on them. That's too bad. Honestly, I feel terrible. You know, sometimes when you cheat, there's karma. There's karma involved in cheating, usually.
Was the staffer Connor Stallions? That's the biggest question here.
I raised the same question.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's get into our playoff predictions.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Before we do that, we do have one game this weekend. We have two, but we're not going to talk bowl game. We have to honor our troops. We have the annual Army versus Navy game. Do you guys have one quick prediction of what you think is going to happen?
Is this our Fall Ball 5 for the week? Are we picking the Army-Navy game and that's it?
Our Fall Ball 5 is going through playoffs.
So are we doing playoffs then to keep this alive? Or are we just doing every playoff game and whoever? Okay, so how are we going to make up for the 4-game absence?
It doesn't. You take your 4 games away.
I take the 4 games from the night before away.
The 4 games I missed, you take away.
That's fair.
Cancel each other out.
No, we had a rough weekend of these games.
I went 5-4. You went 3-6.
That sounds about right.
I picked Kennesaw and Western Michigan. So
where did I go?
You went 3-2.
Let's pick the Army Navy game.
Do you want to know the problem, dude? You would have went 4-5, and I would have went 6-3 if I just would have finished looking up where they were playing the Mountain West Championship game, because they played in Boise. They played in Boise, and I would have changed my pick. The blue turf.
I said on this podcast,
you did say that.
If it's on the blue, unless it's on the blue turf, give me UNLV, and it was on the blue turf.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I'll drop the graphic, but we do have me at 51-33. I'll have to go back through the math to subtract the 4 games from before. Hunter's 49-31. Phil had a bad weekend. 37-47. Burns, you're 8-11 though. So you gotta start pulling your weight a little bit here, so you don't look like the biggest idiot on the podcast. All right.
At least
I'm the one in a onesie, and you can't pick.
I mean, 37-47. Phil, if you're listening, what's going on? What's going on there?
Hey, okay.
He loves the underdogs.
We have one Fall Ball 5 pick today. I'll still put the music in. We got the military Fall Ball 5, Fall Ball Uno pick. Who you boys got?
I want to go last. Oh. All right, I'll go next. I'm riding with Navy. Tough. It's tough.
Who do you side with?
I'm going with Navy.
I love when I'm the only one.
Blake Horvath is a problem. I love Blake Horvath. All right,
he's good.
He's a
scrappy ball player.
All right.
The issue is though, Army was better last year, and I picked them in last year's game, and then Navy, who was worse, ended up winning the game. It's a solo game. It's a standalone game. All right. Last but not least, we're going to get into our college football playoff predictions. Now, do you guys want to go game by game and pick who we have, or just we'll say who we picked in the bracket and go from there? Like just do all of it per person.
Let's rapid fire each say.
Go game by game. We'll go rapid fire.
Yeah. All right. I got to pull it up on my side things here. So, all right. James Madison, Oregon. We all pick in Oregon.
This is a hard one.
Oregon, and whatever the spread is not big enough.
It's like 20.5.
Give me Oregon and Oregon to cover.
All right. Alabama versus Oklahoma in the 8-9 matchup in Norman.
So this is the game of both of Jalen Hurts' alma maters. Give me his final alma mater, Oklahoma.
All right.
I like Oklahoma too. Give me Oklahoma. Alabama's not playing good football.
No. I had originally picked. Do I just want to go for it anyways, just because I want to be different? Yeah, I want to be different. I don't want to pick the same thing as all you guys. My rationale behind this is Oklahoma is a coin flip every single game. I know they're playing at home, but their offense still stinks.
You can say the same for Bama.
Their offense has been struggling, but Oklahoma's offense is next level bad. If there's no defensive scores from their defense, I think Alabama wins this game. All right, Ole Miss, Tulane.
Ole Miss.
And
them to cover.
Okay. And probably the most interesting one, in my opinion, the two teams that beat Notre Dame, Texas A&M versus Miami.
This
is a tough one, man.
I'm taking
so
Miami.
Tough. I think Miami might be out to prove something. They belong in the playoffs. With that being said, give me A&M.
All right. I'm also taking A&M. They have one of the best home atmospheres in all of college football. And for a playoff game, Carson Beck's going to see demons this entire game, probably throw 3+ picks. So give me A&M. So we'll just start right with them. We're not going to start at the top here. Texas A&M versus Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Well, I've got Miami, Ohio State, but give me Ohio State.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, in that matchup. I also have Ohio State. I think what A&M does to Carson Beck, I think Ohio State will mimic that and give Marcel Reed demons as well. So,
and they're gonna be chip on their shoulder, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna be even more upset after that loss to Indiana.
Exactly. All right, next game, Georgia Ole Miss SEC matchup here in the Sugar Bowl.
Oh, give me them dogs.
Yeah, I'll take the dogs too. Give me Georgia.
Gosh, we're all going with the popular picks. I'm also taking Georgia here.
Ole Miss. I
went with Miami, homie. I didn't go with no popular pick. I went Miami.
Okay, I meant we're probably all going to end up with the same Final Four. Is my point. You did one different game.
Maybe.
Right.
We'll see.
That's right. Indiana versus Alabama/Oklahoma. Who you guys got?
Give me Indy. Go Hoosiers.
Yeah, I'll take the Hoosiers and their prick of a head coach.
Yeah, we're all on the same game there. I don't know if I said I'm picking Georgia, but I'm picking Georgia, and I'm also picking Indiana here. So next game, this one's actually a little intriguing. Oregon versus Texas Tech, and this is the Capital One Orange Bowl.
Give me the Ducks.
Give me Texas Tech. I think Oregon is just a little bit overrated.
Okay. I'm taking the Oregon Ducks here. They haven't been healthy the last 2 months of the season, so if everyone can get healthy, they can get their freshman stud wide receiver back, I think they'll be fine against Texas Tech. A Big 12 team, I don't think they can handle Oregon. All right. And then our semifinals. Indiana versus Oregon for me and Hunter, and Indiana versus Texas Tech for Bernsey. What do you got?
Give me the Hoosiers.
Give me Tech.
Oh my gosh. This guy's crazy.
Tech is underrated, man. I love Texas Tech.
Here's the thing.
Raiders.
If Oregon makes it, I could see them beating Indiana. I do not see any universe where Texas Tech is beating Indiana. If this team played 100 times against Indiana on a neutral.
Are you telling me you're taking the Ducks right now?
No. I'm saying they had a higher chance. I can't be rude to Indiana and the Hoosiers any further in any way than I already have. You can, because you just were. I've hated on them all year. I think it's because I don't want to see another Big Ten team become relevant in football. It's kind of pained me to say because Indiana's been the laughingstock of the Big Ten for so many years. And I'm finally buying in. This is probably going to be when they fail, but I gotta ride with them. I'm gonna probably underground root for them to lose all these games because I do like cheering for Oregon, but now that they're in the Big Ten, I can't do it as much. So
I can't stand Kurt Signetti.
This is probably you can. This is probably one of the best games. It's a rematch of a few years back, and the Ohio State where they blew the lead and then missed that field goal by shanking it 50 yards wide left as the clock struck midnight on New Year's Day. Ohio State versus the Georgia Bulldogs. Who do you guys have?
This is the one that I thought about the most. More than the championship. I thought about this one more than the championship. You know,
I personally,
them dogs
I think these are the two best teams.
Them dogs can go to the pound and they can lay it down. Give me the Buckeyes.
We all on Ohio State.
Yeah, give me Ohio State.
I think Indiana did the same thing that Michigan did last year, and Ohio State's going to run through everyone.
Yes.
And that is why I have them winning the national championship in a Big Ten rematch. Two best teams in all of college football. Georgia not far behind, but Ohio State, alas, will get the national championship for the second straight year.
Yeah, I agree. I think they play Texas Tech, though. I think, I don't know. They're just my sleeper pick for whatever reason. But I don't think it's similar to last year. I don't think it's a close game. I think Ohio State wins big for their second straight. He wants to be different so bad.
He wants to be different. He doesn't want to pick the same things as me because he wants to win the football cup.
So bad.
Give me the Hoosiers. Give me the Hoosiers. They're running it back.
There's just no...
I love their story. From nothing to something, baby. Give me the Hoosiers. They shut down the Buckeyes, showed them they ain't anything. Give me the Hoosiers. Number one team in college football right now.
If there was one dark horse team, that would be you already have Texas Tech. Hunter, who do you think it could be in the college football?
Tech's my dark horse.
Is
dark horse like a 4 or lower?
I'm gonna say a team not in the top
3.
4. 4. We'll go top 4.
What is Tech? Are they
5? Tech's 4.
Tech is a 4.
That's an underdog story. Yeah. So Hunter, who you got?
I think probably Oklahoma.
Okay.
My sleeper is going to be Ole Miss. Kiffin let all the coaches come back to coach for them in the playoffs. So I think they're still going to have something to play for. And I do think they can get Georgia. I think they can catch them lacking.
I don't think they can.
Yeah. It's good. They have a good defense. I mean, they could.
Their defense is good. Their running game's good.
We'll see how Mateer plays.
That's what?
You said Oklahoma?
No, I said Ole Miss. He said Oklahoma.
I said Oklahoma.
Yeah. I was thinking Hunter. Okay.
Don't talk about Trinidad Chambliss and get him mixed up with John Mateer. Okay.
Crazy. Yeah. Elite name.
Elite name. Don't drop Mateer down to that level, that awful level. All right, Mateer here.
You know what's funny?
Whatever the name you just said there.
Chambliss has been better all season. Yeah, no one can even argue with me on
Mateer.
that. Like, Mateer's not been good this year.
Okay. Dark horse.
All right, whatever. Mateer's the dark horse. He's just gonna go alone. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in. One quick shout out: we are doing a college football bowl challenge. I will drop the link in the description. We'll let you know how to handle payout or what am I saying right now? We'll let you know how to figure out paying to get into it. It will be a winner take all bowl challenge. You'll just fill out the winner for every single bowl game. They do start this Saturday for some unknown reason. But yeah, fill those out. You have a chance to win some money. We're running the dang thing, so keep an eye out and look for that on our social media. But other than that, boys, we got anything left to say?
Nope.
Let's go Hoosiers. And let's move on to some NFL football. Love y'all.